The mother of the family had a 24-year-old son, and he was a very heavy drinker, and he was very much into drugs, and he lived a very dissolute life, a flyaway type of tearaway life, and she was very distressed. And unfortunately, due to his lifestyle, he died rather early in his 30s. And after his death, well, of course, the priest put on a great performance in the church. They had a wonderful requiem mass for him and pleased everyone. But a few weeks after his death, his mother had a dream, and she saw her son standing there. And she said, "Oh, my son, where are you?" And he said, "I'm in hell, Mother." "Oh dear," she said. "What's it like?" And he said, "It's just like home. You can't get near the fire for all the priests." There are times in life when things happen to you that you don't expect, and it can make you a bit anxious and fearful. I remember when I was told I could no longer stay at North Sydney and say Mass there, even though I tried 3 times. It made me very fearful and anxious. And that happens to you, and thank God I could turn to someone like Father Linda, who let me come to this church, and you people have supported. But this is what happened. This is the story of today's gospel, where this young woman called Mary was told that she was to be the mother of the Messiah, with all the implications of that. And she got quite disturbed in herself with the responsibility, and quite anxious and fearful. Even though she's told not to be afraid, she was afraid. And then she heard the news that her cousin Elizabeth, who was an older woman, was barren, and barren was pregnant. So that took her mind off her own problem. So she decided, without telling anyone about her condition, to leave her home and travel about 4 days to Judea to comfort and strengthen Elizabeth. And when the two women meet, there's a great joy and a great comfort and a great support. And Elizabeth forgets her fragility as an old woman going to have a child, and Mary comes to comfort and help her, and forgets her own worries and her own anxieties and her own fears. So these two people meet, and it's such a time of joy and strength and comfort. And it just demonstrates, I think, the value of coming and helping people who need us. Just a kind word, just the support of someone who's down, just to be around when people need you. And I know you do that all the time, but it's very Christ-like, and it's the spirit of Christmas. And you hear of all these organisations, I heard today of these groups, this factory that's sending out toys and books to the disadvantaged children of their area. And always people are thinking to try and make the lives of people who are less fortunate than them more peaceful and fulfilling. And that's what today's gospel's about. It's about people being with each other. It's about people supporting each other. It's about families being united, as they do at Christmas time. They bring everyone together. It's all about people who are lonely being given a meal, like Father Smith's Christmas Day luncheon. It's all those things where people reach out and help each other. That's the spirit of Christmas, and that's what it's about. But it's very simple, really, the fact that Mary and Elizabeth could just meet and rejoice and have each other's company and be able to face their future together. And Elizabeth then praises Mary for her faith. She said, "Blessed are you because you believed that God's plan for you." And that's our faith you've demonstrated to be here this morning. Your faith is telling you and telling us you believe in God, you believe that He has a plan for you, you believe that He'll sustain and strengthen you, you believe that His grace is upon you, you believe that Christ is here for you today to strengthen you for the next stage of your journey, which is leading up to Christmas. So it's the unfolding of God's plan. And it happened in the life of Mary, who didn't expect it. It happened in the life of Elizabeth, who didn't expect it. And that's the mystery of God. You're going along, and you never know what's going to happen next. But when it does happen, you've got the basis, the strength of your faith. You've got all those wonderful things that will keep you knowing that Christ is with us. So we rejoice with Elizabeth and Mary, and we ask Mary to help us to have a happy, relaxing and fulfilling Christmas, and that all the things we hope for will come to pass.